Ridiculous. Yeah. Look at him.
Yeah, he's super cute. He is. All right, I'm gonna do an hour on here, and then I'll. What do we have for food upstairs? Hey, everybody. Hey. Okay. Just we'll wait for everybody. We're gonna do a Q&A with you today, guys. Let me just put this down here. I wonder if I can pin. What's up, James? In Split Joker. Timestamp dude. Hello there. Brandy and Joshua and Meep. Meep. Why Meep? I'm so curious. And Wake the F Up and Ryan. What's going on, everybody? Rowan and Mr. Rathalos. Thanks, appreciate you. Hey, Angel. You put your hometown on your stuff. Yep. Hey, Jeremy. I don't know what that means. Hey, Corinna and Spicy and Bull Rush. It's kind of like Jeep. So you've seen me in Fort Wayne twice. What's up, David? Oh, just meeping. Got it. Hey, Terry. Yeah, sometimes I just get a little hoarse. Hey, Jonas. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Raccoons are goated. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the well wishes for Jacob. We'll wait till a couple more people get here so I can say hello to you all. What's going on, Roy and Angel? Thank you very much, Angel. And April and Rick. We're not smoking at all today, my man. I appreciate you. Kevin, we'll be back in Cleveland for sure. And Simply Wicked. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to hop on here. Listen, dude. Listen, guys. Hey, Jody. What's up, Joshua? Good to see you, bro. And Christy and Yoda. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Everybody, just a heads up while we're getting started. That you see down there, wolfcomedy.com, is a link where you can win 2 free tickets to a show, any of my shows, and airfare to that show. It's free to sign up, wolfcomedy.com. Hey, Ann and Karen and Blind and Baked. Ooh, 108 today, Carrie. Yikes. Also, my special drops October 2nd. Hey, Alex. October 2nd on my YouTube channel. Listen, guys, I think I said it before. I'll say it again. Because of, unforeseen circumstances, I had to cancel all of my, thanks, Jeremy. I had to cancel all of my press coming up. I did a couple pods, but wasn't able to jump on a bunch of podcasts. But then I thought, who needs podcasts? Between Facebook and YouTube, I got over 4 million of you guys. So I'm going to lean into you guys and ask you to go check out my special on October 2nd. Had to cancel a bunch of stuff, obviously, because of what was happening with Jakey, who was doing great. And so I was like, oh, we got this. We've built up this relationship, and so we're gonna reach out to you guys. We're gonna go live every day and talk to you, and hopefully we can work out some sort of deal where I do these, you go check out. Listen, honestly, I want you to watch the video. I want you to watch the special, but even if you press play and let it go through once, and then watch it later, you know what I mean? But I appreciate it, timestamp dude. So here we go. Thank you, Lindsay. Hey, from Michigan. Here's what I want to do. Thank you, Blockchain Professor. And this is a great question. Christy said, am I going to get sober as well? I think I have to. I just don't know how. I gotta be there for my guy, man. And we're going on the road together, which is my time with him is more important to me than weed or whatever. And so it would be. I gotta ride with Jacob. I gotta ride with Jacob. Thanks, Angel. Thanks, Michelle. I so for me, the most important thing is him and his life. And so I'm riding with that. So whatever makes that the best. Whatever I can do to make sure that happens, you know. Um I I might wait until he gets until he gets out. I'm gonna try to get sober before then. I might. I don't know. It's really a tough, but I have to. I can't, and I can't be smoking weed publicly, and can't be promoting it. And I just can't. So I might do one or two um, mushroom shows on the road just to kind of wrap those up. Obviously, not with him there. Um, but obviously, this is a dumb comment, dude. I don't usually put dumb comments up. I don't, I would not, I would so much rather him be gay than have a drug addiction, Aaron. That's maybe the dumbest take of all time. Like all time, dumb take. One, he's risking his life and it leads to death or jail. And the other, he leads a happy life and finds somebody he loves. Oh, pure sarcasm. Phew. Okay. Thank you. You can never read sarcasm. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, that was a hard thing for me to compute. How would I? Okay, here's. I don't know. Don't drink and drive. House that. I don't know. It's all about one day at a time. Okay, here we go, everybody. Let's get to more fun stuff. And I'm here to answer whatever questions you want. Here, live Q&A with you guys. Wolfcomedy.com if you want to enter to win 2 free tickets to show anywhere in the country of mine, not somebody else's. That'd be fucked up. And airfare there. Go to wolfcomedy.com, free to sign up, all set. Thanks, Calvin. I appreciate it, Larry. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Faye. Where was my first show? My first show was at a place in Northampton, Massachusetts called the Iron Horse. And it was an open mic, and I was 15, and my mom and dad had to drive me. Crazy. I made fun of how much they farted the entire show. I was like, oh. I told the story about how we were driving down the freeway once, and we were in the back of one of those station wagons, you know, with the windows down, facing back. So we were facing out the back window, so all the exhaust was coming in. But it was so much better than Elizabeth. I'll answer that question next. Spooky, unexplained. My dad, we were driving down the Mass Pike, and my mom was just lighting the car up. Lighten it up. Here, hold on. I want to say this. Go fuck yourself. I'm actually healthier than I've ever been, Crystal. I'm assuming that you have a picture of an animal instead of your picture because your face isn't something great to look at. You know what I'm saying? People who put animals or trees aren't putting their face out there. So, Crystal, eat a dick. Do you know what I mean? Eat a dick or put a picture of your face on there so we can all make fun of that. You know what I'm saying? I'll answer this one afterwards too. So, my mom was farting like crazy, and my dad just pulled over on the freeway and he was like, you got to get out. And she was like, what? And he was like, you're killing the car. You got to get out. And she goes, what do you want me to do? He goes, walk it off. So she just walked. You know, sometimes the fart gets trapped in your pants. So she walked it off. So crazy. Princess Rin, what do you do on YouTube? I don't know how to answer that question. I put videos there. I don't know the question. But yeah. Which show is more fun to be on, My Name is Earl or Raising Hope? Personally, I had more fun on My Name is Earl, but that doesn't, no casting aspersions at Raising Hope at all. Loved both those shows. I'll give you my spooky story that I cannot explain. I was walking my old dog, Rocky. Rocky was half boxer, half pit bull. And we're walking down the street at night, and there was this house, man, that had huge hedges. And it was always kind of, ooh, you know. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. October 2nd, the next one drops on YouTube. And there was this, I heard this deep, like, growl, you know. Netherlands will be back hopefully next year. We were there last year. And I was like, that sounds like the biggest fucking dog ever. And so my dog, after 2 growls when we walked by, Rocky was the dog that had the encounter with the geese. Now, that was Indiana Jones. And I point there because he's sitting right there. So after 2 nights of growls, my dog was like, I'm not walking. He would cross the street before we get to the house. So one day I was walking by there during the day, and they used to have people move in and out all the time. Like, you would see this, and it was a great neighborhood. You would see people move in, and then a moving truck like 30 days later. Crazy. New Zealand will be back there in January or February. Greg, we're already booked for January in Australia. So I asked the guy, he's moving out. I go, dude, you moving out? And he goes, yep. And I go, didn't you just move in? And he goes, yeah. And I go, well, I'm glad you're taking your dog with you. And he goes, what? I go, well, we walked by here twice, and your enormous dog growled so deeply and so loudly at my dog won't walk by his house at night anymore. And he goes, hey. I said, yeah. And he goes, I don't have a dog. And I said, what? And he said, oh, that's why we're leaving. And he went on to tell me the craziest haunted stories about that house, and the growling and the feeling like there was the presence, you could smell like animal. Then people were moving in and out of that house like that. And he was like, we hear growling all night. And when we wake up in the morning, it smells like there's been an animal in here. Fucking bananas. So whoever owned the house, I'm sure, got a lot of complaints. No, this was in California. There's a house like that where you live. Dude, so right after this, these people moved out. And not kidding, within 7 months, there were 7 or 8 people moved in and out. So the guy came in, cut down all of the huge bushes, put those, you know how they put like glass, whatever's up above on the ceiling, put those so there was light in the house, made the windows bigger. So the house was all light. And somebody moved in and stayed there. But I guess it was such a dark, spot. It was crazy. But that's something unexplainable. What else you got for me for questions? Corpus Christi, the place needed an exorcist for sure. Dodgers. Yeah, dude, that dog was like, yo, my dog was like, get fucked. We're not walking past here. Oh, he knew? He knew better than me, dude, for sure. What are the questions you got for me, everybody? This is for you guys. So while there's no questions, um, who is what does my hat say? Cap City Comedy Club. It's my favorite club in Austin, Texas. Do you have a favorite joke that bombed? One that you wish could have hit better? Yes. Here's what's crazy. I honestly don't remember. Once they don't hit, I don't think about them anymore. I honestly, I'll try to write one down. But I honestly, like, once it doesn't hit or it doesn't work, I'm just like, okay, what's next? My favorite joke is to tell ever is the story about the bachelor party joke. My favorite practical joke. Am I coming to Louisville anytime soon? Not that I know of. Christopher, thank you. Animal sea spirits. I believe in that shit. JC and Sophie, I appreciate you saying that. Listen, where do I meet a shroom salesman? Even if I knew, do you think I'm going to say on a live? You know what I mean? Guys, leave her alone. She can say whatever she wants. I'll reply to her, but we don't have to. We don't get to bully her. I said, "What? Listen, she gets to say what she wants to me, but I get to reply to her. Do you know what I mean? That's how this works. If you put something in the chat, I might reply, and I might reply with kindness or not. And she said something douchey. She got something douchey back. But you guys don't have to get in there. I appreciate you guys very much, but she's got every right to be in here and say what she wants. But I'll just say what I want. You know, you guys don't have to. I appreciate you sticking up for me. That was very nice of you. So what other questions you got for me? What'd you say when they pulled the nails? I don't. Oh, are you making a joke about me being around when Jesus was there? And by the way, guys, I don't mind responding to trolls every now and then because it allows me to say some off kilter shit every now and then. You know, the one about the pig and what happens when it was sent to the iCloud and Jake ordered the vid and blamed the grandparents. What about that? Thank you, Mark. Any questions you want? When are you coming to Florida? I was just in Orlando 3 weeks ago, my man. Roni, I appreciate it. Trolls are the best. Yeah, they're here, man. They're you know, people go crazy, but at the end of the day, the comments and the views help me. So troll away, you know. That's what makes me laugh. Like if there was 10 million trolls on here, Facebook would be like, push this video out to everybody. He's got 10 million people on there. Yeah, do it. A kangaroo in the basement. The porn story is your favorite? I love it. I love that one too. Where did I grow up in Massachusetts, in Amherst? What's the funniest thing your dog does besides pooping up high? Okay, I'll tell you the other thing he does, and it has to do with poop. He will poop with his butt up here and his head here on a hill, and he'll poop, and then he'll watch the poop roll between his legs. It's the fucking craziest thing. What's my demographic? Who ordered the porn? Well, it was my oldest son. What's my demographic, male to female? Any clue? I do. Are there any memorable hecklers I have? So many. Let me give you a heckler story. I forgot what I was going to say. My working the phone sex was the best story. You know what's crazy about that? I have probably, got to be an hour and a half of story. Grade school. I have a great grade school story. I probably have an hour and a half of stories that I posted on YouTube that weren't on a special. I mean, I fully admit that's probably bad business, but I get I don't get bored with stories, but I like to create. So if I think the story's done and I'm not going to be shooting a special anytime soon, I just post it. I love that story, the phone sex story. I love the story about jumping off the needle in New Zealand. None of those on a special. The bachelor party story, not on a special. Putting my finger in a dude's belly button at a music festival, not in a special. The practical joke that I pulled on my kids and them pulling one on me in return, not on the special. All that right there is over an hour for sure. Have I any plans to go to Australia? For sure. January, we'll be there. But yeah, man. And crowd work is good. I like it, but I like it because it's in the moment. But I'm not going to go into a show thinking I'm doing crowd work. I go into the show going, I'm going to do my job. And I like telling these stories. And if somebody, ends up being a dummy or we end up talking, I'll get into some. But I know some people go in and like, I'm going to do an hour of crowd work for clips. That's just not my thing. No casting aspersions. I think Matt Rife is genius. Maybe the best about how he does it is so genius. It's just not something that is for me. Your brother fighting your dad. My dad was savage. Okay, so let me tell you, grade school crush. There was this girl named Stephanie. And she was in 6th grade, I was in 5th grade. And her, we were just making out at the time. Obviously. I'm about 11, 12 years old. And so one weekend, she's like, hey, my dad's going out of town. You want to come over? And I was like, yep. I didn't even really know what that meant. Big Poppy Daughter singing was crowd work. Yeah, guys, I do a crowd work, and I could do an hour of it. I just choose not to, right? So, you ready? Thank you very much. First base stuff. That's all right. Thank you, Melissa. I had a great time in New Brunswick. Oh, yeah. You know what, Carmen? I'll play a song. Hang on. I'm going to play a song next. So we go over to her house, and she's teasing it all week. We're going to do something crazy. I'm like, fuck, what are we going to do? What are we going to do, Stephanie? And, oh, you like the Bowie shirt? Thank you. And would I hit a USO show if I had a chance? It would be my honor. I would 100% love to. Australia, New Zealand, January, February. So she says, we get there, and she tells me, I'm going to let you go up the back of my shirt and touch my back boobs. And I was like, I was pre-internet, 5th graders were not savvy. And I was like, back boobs. Guys, she would, the chicken wings where you push them out? So she would let me. So she was like, okay, Sacramento, Northern California, is it, you go comedianjoshwolf.com, it's all in there. And so she would put the things out in her back, and I would just squeeze them, which was enough for me in 5th grade. I was like, I remember telling my brother, because I was trying to be, I was trying to be cool. I had 3 older brothers. And so I told him, I go, hey, Patty, he's doing well. Thank you so much. You had a front and back butt. Hilarious. I said, I go, hey. He goes, what's up? I go, I went over to Stephanie's house last night. And he was like, yeah. And he was probably in 9th grade at the time. And I was like, touched her back boobs. And he was like, what? And I go, I touched her back boobs. And he goes, tell me what that means. And I pushed my thing, my back boobs out. He goes, first of all, so we all have back boobs? And I was like, what? He goes, you just showed me yours. Do you want somebody squeezing your back boobs? And I hadn't thought about that at the time, that I had them too, because I was just psyched that I was touching some kind of boob. I'll be in Australia in January, everybody. So, so I'm doing great health wise, Lance. Doing great. I'm not 190 pounds anymore on purpose. Also, this angle is not great, and this hat makes me look like I'm a Make-A-Wish kid. Everything's good, everybody. You take care of your health. My health is good. Holy fuck. I'll give you my top 5 comedians too. And so, good question, Metal Max. Dude, he was just like, so you gonna touch my back boobs? I'm like, no, gross. I'm like, it's not boobs, dude. It's like a bone. So I was disappointed. Because I was like, I think I got a boner. I was just in Reno last weekend. And let's do this song for you guys. Okay. Amherst girls are all about backbone touching. You've been to UMass. Hilarious bull rush bear. Okay, so guys, this is a song I thought would be, and it's on my Facebook page. It is not on YouTube because YouTube would ding it, probably for copyright. But this is Diddy's new song. I think Diddy's theme song. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Thousand bottles of lube. That's a lot of splooge. Why are all the vaginas so dry that they needed that much lube? I'm like blue. I pick up clues. He was banging lots of dudes. There you go. That's what I got so far. I think that one's done. Good night, John. I appreciate it, everybody. Hey, remember, wolfcomedy.com. Go there if you want to enter to win 2 free tickets to a show of mine anywhere in the country and airfare, everybody, okay? And please watch my special on October 2nd on YouTube channel. That made me sound like my grandfather. You played along. Hell yeah, Ryan. Thanks, Les, and double Ryan and Carmen and Les. I appreciate it. But it'd be great. Listen, man, and one of the reasons, thanks, Jeremy. Yep, Bull Rush, you got it. I should raise the price to $375. I don't know what that means. Is the contest open for Canadians? I can get you the tickets, but I can't fly you in from Canada. Okay. What was that site? Wolfcomedy.com. It's right here. Right there. Thank you, Holly. New special. I got a bat in the cave. No, I don't. You've seen an adult movie with the same background? So people fucking in a sauna or something? What if you drive to Fargo? Deal. I can fly you out of Fargo. Moist Critical is a pretty cool little dude. Any thoughts on him? I don't know who that is. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. Anyways, October 2nd, guys. And one of the reasons that I'm going to be live every day on YouTube and Facebook leading up to the special. If you know what's been going on in my life, I just had to cancel all my press basically to let people know about the special. But I have you guys. I have these 2 platforms, man. And I have you guys, and you guys are amazing group of people. I think I get the best fans in the world. So I was like, I don't have to worry about not going on podcasts. I got you. So if you guys can do me a favor and spread the word about my special on these 2 platforms and make sure you tune in on October 2nd, I would greatly appreciate it. Would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow? You spelled it the right way, so I won't penalize you. You're a legend. Thank you, Kimla. Thank you, Arjest. Thank you, Ann and Angie. I appreciate you guys. I can't believe that I get caught right. Sometimes I'm like Ron Burgundy. I just start reading and I can't stop. Thank you, Jenny and Vandal Fox. Appreciate it very much to all of you. Okay, top 5 comedians. Oh, listen, without a doubt. We're not saying who I think are the 5 best. That is so subjective. I'm going to tell you who makes me the laugh artist. How about that? That is the way to go. So, Patrice O'Neill, Joey Diaz, Bill Burr, Sam Kinison, Ricky Gervais, probably. Those 5 make me laugh out loud, or have made me laugh out loud the hardest. Kinison may be the only one that I replace, only because he made me laugh. I don't know if I watched his stuff right now, if I would laugh. But all those other guys, I am, for sure. And I'm trying to think who else would make me go into the comedy club and watch. I do love watching Matt Rife's crowd work. I just don't know. I just don't know if I would go and put him in the top 5, but I love it. I wanted to watch the special with you and Matt Rife, but I couldn't. I didn't do a special with him, but those are my top 5. Jim Jeffries, super funny, guys, and no, listen, again, subjective, and I think Jim's funny, hilarious. Josh Blue, hilarious. Eddie Murphy, hilarious. I'm telling you, the people who have made me laugh the hardest. So if I was going to say top 5 greatest of all time, I would have to knock a lot of those people off, because you have to include Richard Pryor, and you have to include George Carlin, and you have to include Bill Cosby, and you have to include these people. These are just not the people who make me laugh the hardest. Oh, thanks, man. Hey, Sean. Oh, thanks, Wake the Fuck Up. I love doing Father of the Year. Okay, what else you got? Hawk Tour Girls talking to Matt Rife. Okay, good for her. What's up, Bill? What's up, man? Okay, tell me what other questions you got, guys. I think I answered the ones that I had. Richard Pryor, super funny, guys. Yeah. Pryor, Carlin, Dice, Williams, O'Neill. Pryor, Carlin, Dice, and Williams, to me, could be on the all-time list. None of them made me laugh like the other guys, right? Robin Williams, stand-up. Everybody relax, hot take. Doesn't make me laugh at all. I could watch his special right now and appreciate it, and I don't think I would laugh one time. But what makes you laugh and what makes me laugh, 2 different things. But just because it doesn't make me laugh doesn't mean I don't appreciate how great he was. Sam Kinison was the dude who made me want to do stand-up comedy. When will you do a podcast with Joe Rogan? Probably never. He's had plenty of opportunities to ask me. You'd have to ask him why, but that doesn't affect what I think about him. I'm not just because somebody doesn't like me doesn't mean like, well, I fucking hate them. He's done more for comedy and stand-ups than I think him, Carson, and Chelsea Handler have done more to elevate comics than anybody ever. So, and his love for comedy and the respect, so much respect for him as a business guy. How do you go? What's the best live music concert you've ever been to? What a great question. Let me tell you how old I am. The best. Honestly, the most amazing. Oh, good Lord. This is a tough question. There was a moment in Fenway Park watching Zac Brown Band and the Dropkick Murphys sing Shipping Up to Boston. That was fucking surreal. Now, it's not what emotionally I would say I was most emotionally attached to, surreal. But being at Old Cella with my brothers and watching, McCartney and the Stones and the Who and all this music that we grew up listening to was pretty amazing for me. So don't worry about there's no late. Shipping up to Boston was amazing. Sebastian Maniscalco, super funny too, guys. These are people who are all rock stars. Joe Coy, rock star. Chappelle, rock star. He'd have to be on the top 5 of all time also. Oh, Melanie, thank you so much for saying that. You need new comedians for my list. Name the top 5 again, please. For me, Patrice, Joey Diaz, Bill Burr, Ricky Gervais is just so fucking funny, dude. And I put Kinnison in there, but I don't know if he would make me laugh right now. Well, how did I get over stage fright? I never had stage fright. Not once. Never. R.I.P. Patrice, for sure. Different strokes for different folks, exactly. Thank you, Veronica. I appreciate it. Steve Trevino, great dude. Super funny. So happy for all of his success. You know what, dude? I'm going to put Stanhope in my top 5. I'm going to drop Kinnison and put Stanhope. I watched him live a couple times, and it hurt so much my stomach. I remember one joke he told. Now, look, guys, Stanhope is not for everybody. And have I turned down any offers for a TV special? Have I seen Steel Panther? I have. I fucking love Steel Panther. Soder is great, dude. What a great joke writer. What was the question I was about to answer? I don't remember. Thoughts on Eddie Griffin? I don't really have any thoughts on Eddie. I don't know him. I know he used to be at the Comedy Store a lot, and he's not there anymore. Jimmy Carr, so funny. Segura, so funny. Yeah, guys, all these people, funny. But just not in my top 5. Have you done a group comedy special? I don't know that is it. Maybe you've covered already, but what do you think about the Kill Tony show? I think it's amazing. I would put actually Kill Tony now in that group with Rogan, Chelsea, and Carson about biggest boosts for comedians. Have I turned down TV offers? For sure. Have I reconnected with the All Rest of You lady? Of course. I'll be in West Virginia. 45 likes. Get it up, people. It doesn't matter, everybody. You don't have to press like. I don't see that anyways. Will I go on Kill Tony? When do I come to Washington? I'll be in Seattle on New Year's Eve. This is a great question. Will I go on Kill Tony anytime? Yeah, actually, I'm going to go back on there sooner rather than later. I think Bert gets a bad rap, man. I think Bert gets a bad rap, and I think the more popular he gets, the harder people go after him. But I think he gets a bad rap, and I think people are a little too. Listen, just because you don't like it, 20,000 other people show up and do. And so it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. I've seen his show, man. It is so entertaining. It's not just a straight stand-up show. There's so many more components. People fucking tailgate at his shows. That never happened before. So, he's breaking down barriers and walls and is good to comics. And I got no complaints with him. I don't know what that means, the teacup. Yeah. Yeah, dude. He's a really sensitive, nice guy. And so he's built his career on being good to his fans and other people. And to see people turn on him is tough. What advice do you have someone who wants to try comedy? Get on stage. That's it. That's all you need to know. Jim Gaffigan, super funny. Am I coming back to Winnipeg? We already rebooked the weekend for April. What are the... Bert bought Hitler's teacup and people are sensitive. dude, listen, guys, he's in the business of getting your attention. He got your attention. I mean, I don't think Hitler got the money, if that makes anyone feel any better. You know what I mean? I don't think the money went directly into Hitler's bank account. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Listen, if I had Hitler's cup, I'm a Jew. If I had Hitler's cup, I don't know if I would smash it. I might, when people came over, be like, dude, you want to see something crazy? No, I wouldn't. I don't need a fucking Nazi uniform in my closet. You know? Well, who cares? Who cares? Everybody's a little, everybody's so sensitive, man. You know? You grew up in Amherst? Fuck yeah, me too. One of my favorite cities to perform in. Brittany, I just love performing. Truly. I have some cities I don't love performing in, but I like going there. Moxie the Foxy, I'm in Lexington next week in Kentucky. I did yeah, in just one teacup, I need the whole set, you know? Now, if it had some of Hitler's lipstick on there, that'd be amazing. Why didn't anybody tell me my lips were so dry? What other questions you got for me? Wait. Will the likes... Oh, most memorable heckler experience. Yeah, I'll get it. Will the likes help push this out more? If the likes will help it push it out more, guys, that would be amazing. That would be amazing for you guys to do if you could press the like button. I don't know where it is and I can't see it, but that would be awesome. How funny would it be if you did a shit on stream? Not funny at all. I was just in Orlando. All right. Oh, shared. Thank you. Jackie, I'm doing great. Thank you. This is exactly right. This is exactly right. Everybody's got their own style. This is exactly right. Oh, guys, thank you so much. Likes do help the algorithm. That would be, no, it's on Facebook and YouTube. That is so amazing. That if likes help the algorithm, thank you so much for the likes and the shares. That's super dope of you. Best heckler story ever. There is, dude, I love it in New Zealand. Yeah, I remember the loud laugh in Denver 4 years ago. Do I prefer doing the shows completely sober or some other state? I like both. Tracy, Jacob's doing well, thank you. Hashtags help the algorithm. Okay. Dylan, you are running this ship, dude. I appreciate you very much. Frank was amazing. I have so many heckler stories. There was one time where I thought I was going to get beat up at Zany's in Nashville. This guy was walking to the stage, dude. And if I had pussed out, the whole show would have been pandemonium. So I just was at the front of the stage and I was like, hey, dude, you might want to, if you come any closer, I'm gonna hit you in the head with this mic stand, and then we'll see what happens after that. And I was getting in on him, dude. He was heckling, and then I started making fun of him, and he was fine until his girlfriend started laughing at him, and then he wasn't fine. Oh, Jackie, thank you so much. And he started to walk to the stage, and then two really big dudes stood up and told him to sit down. And I've had people fucking in the front row at a New Year's Eve show in Seattle at the old Comedy Underground. Easton, Pennsylvania is an hour north of me, and Wilmington can make both shows. Would you recommend it? Fuck yeah, dude. I recommend Dave. And guys, I love doing stand-up. But if there are people there who want to talk, I will 1,000%. Does this help the algorithm? I don't mind ripping people up. It's fun. You once had a heckler ask me to bang him after the show. Yikes. I love when Jacob claps back when you're telling a story. Me too. What do you do when your 5-year-old starts being a complete asshole to you? Well, you're the grown up. So I would say make him, I mean, me at 5, I mean, it depends on how you like to punish your kid. I never laid hands on my kid. But you know, depends how you punish your kids. But I didn't tolerate that shit. And I was way more strict when they were younger. I was a single dad. I was way more strict when yeah, I shut down that dude in Reno. I'll be back in Winnipeg in April. I was way more strict. I'm drinking water. I was way more strict as a parent when the kids were younger because I was a single dad at the time, and I thought, oh shit, I'm gonna have to be. I have I have to have this ship under control. By the time, because they would all three basically have been teenagers at the same time, and I was like, oh fuck, I can't have three teenagers in the house at the same time who think that they can run roughshod all over me, you know. So, and because I wanted them to know at a young age that what I meant is what I meant. And then when we got older, we could kind of, you know, as long as that respect was still there, we could hang out, you know. And so residency at Kimmel's every Monday night is there. So yeah, but I just needed them to know, hey, what's coming out of my mouth, that's what I mean. Ooh, the worst hit to the family jewels I've ever got. Ended up in the hospital. I was in college. These dudes crashed a party. We were, oh, fucking crazy story. I haven't thought of this in forever. These dudes crashed, I was a freshman. These dudes crashed a party that we were at. And we were like, you guys got to get the fuck out of here. It was just a college party, and they were not college people. And we were like, you guys get the fuck out of here. And they were like, fuck you. And we were like, no, 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 no. There's a house full of us. Fuck you. And they punched one of my friends and got in their truck and started to drive off. So we started chasing them. There were two dudes in the back of a pickup truck. And what I didn't know at the time is one of the dudes threw a full bottle of vodka out the back because I was running next to this dude. And next thing I know, he wasn't there. And I was like, oh, what the fuck happened to him? Turns out that full bottle of vodka off of a truck driving. So it was doing 20, 25 miles an hour, hit him square in the face. He lost so many teeth and his face was fucked up. And we, for whatever reason, they're stopping at stop signs and shit. And at the end of the street, one of my friends catches up to this truck, busy traffic, and he gets fucking whacked with, they just have an axe handle, no axe. Whacked in the head right here. It hasn't posted in Australia yet. Whacked, his head fucking bleep, and then instead of hitting me, I went like this, and the dude fucking stoink right in the nuts. So we were all in the hospital. But I honestly, hindsight being what it is, the shot to the nuts. Yeah, dude, meet and greet for sure, Ryan. Shot to the nuts was better than the bottle to the face or the axe handle to the head. That was rough sauce. But for the next few weeks, dude, it was a tough choice between boxers and tighty whities. They both had positives and negatives. The boxers were good because it let him breathe, but there was a little too much movement, if you know what I mean. But the tighty whities were good, no movement, but it felt like there was just, tighty whities feel like you're getting like seeing you for the fourth time when you come to Boise. Oh yeah, I'll be there. October 13th. Do I still do dabs? Never did dabs. I don't like them. Yeah, but I went tighty whities over boxers because it was at least, do I remember caring about college football? I do. I still care about it when I bet on it. The tighty whities at least kept them, hit the like and comment. Yeah, guys. I had no idea that helped with the algorithm, or I'd have been saying that a year ago. When they coming back to the Chicago suburbs, I don't know about the suburbs, but I'll be there November 11th on a Sunday. Best Joey story. Ooh, boy. I mean, I always liked that he never got sayings right. He would he told me that he was like, "You dog, I got a memory like a hawk," and I was like, "No, you don't. That's not the same." I'll be back in Minneapolis. I was like, "That's not the same." He goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "It's eyesight like a hawk." And he goes, "No, dog, memory." I said, "No," and he goes, "Dog, an eagle flies off a tree. It flies around the woods all day. It makes its way back to the same tree. That's a pretty good fucking memory." And I was like, I can't argue with that. If they made a movie of me, who would play you? Obviously, Brad Pitt. I mean, duh. Obviously, Brad Pitt. Craziest thing that happened after one of your shows. Ooh, nothing in Tennessee right now. These lives are amazing crowd engagement. Thanks, Steven. It looks like an outhouse you're in with a funky toilet. Yeah, I know. How often people think you're a dude from It's Always Sunny? Never? Do you and Freddie still get together? No, but we talk. Who would play Jacob in a movie? Who's the dude who played Kylo Ren? That guy. Come on, Brad Pitt, you can do better than you. Brad Pitt, who's doing better than Brad Pitt? Listen, guys. Brad Pitt, don't besmirch Brad Pitt and pick a Pitt, any Pitt. There's so many good Pitts. River Runs Through It Pitt, Legends of the Fall Pitt, Fight Club Pitt, all good Pitt. No Adam Driver, thank you. Oh, McConaughey, thank you, Terry. I'd go McConaughey too. Joey ever give you really strong edibles? Yeah. Joey and I have known each other for a long time, man. We started together in Seattle. We've done more than edibles, you know? Can someone post your tour schedule? ComedianJoshWolf.com. Oh, you were caring about the actor. I just wanted somebody super handsome. But, I mean, just as handsome as Pitt is, who did we just say? Oh, Prime Burt Reynolds? Yeah, okay. If you're asking me who I think the most handsome person ever on screen is Paul Newman from beginning to end of his career. Because even when he was old, he still had those eyes and that presence. Paul fucking Newman all day. But he can't play me. He's dead. But I don't mind a Pitt. That's not a bad move. But McConaughey, I think, is the way to go. I like that. Jay Harrington from SWAT. I don't know who that is. No Swayze, no Wazy. No Swayze, no Wazy. I remember people would say that about, yeah, anyways. No Clint Eastwood? Yeah. Josh, you should set up a Nightbot with your link so people can just use a command. Don't know what that means. But I'm going to be live on here every day leading up to the special. James Dean was good looking, man, but he gave you this window. So you never saw him old. It's hard to say that he would have aged as well as Paul Newman did. You know? Paul Newman. All right, what other questions you got for me? Ooh, we only got 3 more minutes. What other question you got for me? I got to go upstairs and eat. Have I ever been to Australia to do a show? I have been twice, and I'll be back in January. I have a ton of Joey stories. Billy Bob Thornton would be a great person to play me. Kelly, I don't know why that feels like an insult. What for you think of a show for other comedians? I don't know what that means. The meet and greet I had with you and Jake in Spokane was amazing. Jake with the selfie stick. Oh, Awesome. Thank you, Carson. I appreciate it. I didn't go to Canada. Paul Newman aged stunningly. Have I ever been to the UK? I have twice. All right, everybody, I got to run. Wolfcomedy.com. Go there and enter to win 2 free tickets to a show of mine anywhere in the U.S. plus airfare. And guys, October 2nd is when my special drops. And count on you guys. Let's blow this thing up. I'll figure out how to get the algorithm, likes, and all that stuff. But October 2nd, go to wolfcomedy.com. Link in descriptions tomorrow. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. And I appreciate you. Go to that site right there and sign up. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I posted the schedule to the lives on Facebook and on my YouTube community page. And we love you guys. I appreciate all the support. Okay, later.